Alright, gentlemen. Our player base is bleeding, and we need good ideas to bring them back. Fortnite, you go first. Well, I got the food fight mode, right? It can be like the capture the flag, kind of like gotta destroy the other person's base, right? It'd be like base defense.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah. What about you, Rocket League? You guys are a pretty simple game. Oh, we got this derby mode where there's no ball at all, and it's just completely, you just gotta destroy each other, and there's a bunch of abilities.
Okay,
That's
alright.
good.
Okay, I like that.
What about you, Behavior? Dead by Daylight. What about you guys? We turn the lights off. It's dark. What? It's dark. Yeah, it's dark. Yeah. What do they do? Gens do gens and chases like normal mode, but it's dark. Yeah. Anything else? Maybe. Oh, you can play with random perks. Can't you always do that? What do you do in that one with the random perks? You know. Generators. And get chased. Fuck! Alright, bro. Alright, okay. We gotta get one thing straight. I would rather sit in a boiling vat of hot honey covered in cockroaches than play these limited time modes. These modes that apparently are supposed to be fun, shake up everything and make shit just feel so beautifully amazing. It's just so interesting and fun. Ugh. You've seen in the intro, bro, most games I've played or seen have some pretty interesting limited time modes. And of course, one of my favorite games, Mr. Daylight, can't seem to hit the nail on the head with any mode it ever really adds, I'm gonna be honest with you. And I wanted to kind of talk about it and kind of tie it into why I think Dead by Daylight, given its core gameplay, can never actually truly innovate on this, really ever. Because that's kind of the big thing. I want the modes to feel fresh and fun, but recently, especially with this Summer Scream event, it's really just shown how utterly empty, monotonous, and boring the modes are, I think. And nobody's really having fun at all. Like, I don't want to just keep shitting on the game, especially because the last video I just put out was kind of also pooping on the Black Banquet. But you know what? In the whip of relevancy that I'm being struck with, it just kind of ends up being the puzzle piece that falls into place, and we got this crappy mode, this crappy summer mode. So what's my main issue, right? We're on the third week now where we got 2v8 out, and the past 2 weeks have been first week was Chaos Shuffle, second week was Lights Out, and like I just said, we're on 2v8 now. So my main issue with this is that if you've played these modes, a few things probably shine through pretty obviously. One, it's just the same thing, right? It's pretty boring. I don't think there's enough in the mode to make it kind of have that spark that makes it feel different, like an actual game mode. You just feel like you're playing Dead by Daylight, but you're like inebriated. It's just slightly worse, and depends on the side you're on and the mode. It can be a little worse than the other side because Dead by Daylight's too simple. The game is too simple. You think of the 1v4 mode, okay? You know, the core thing you're playing the other 10 months of the year. Survivors run from the killer, and the killer kills. It's innovative. It's not bad. It's not bad. In fact, it's why the game has lasted so long. It's because it's so simple and addicting. But in those bounds of what the survivor and the killer do, gameplay-wise, there's like nothing. And the game is so tightly balanced around this in the base mode that the main issue with these limited time modes is that they don't change enough to make it feel different, and if they did change too much, you get stuff like the Black Banquet, where it's just not fun for one side. You get stuff like the last year's Twisted Masquerade, like survivors don't really like Lights Out, or at least the first iteration of Lights Out they didn't like, and then they added the fucking Windows of Opportunity thing in this one, and I'm getting ahead of myself, okay? Let me just get my inner Buddhist right now and meditate, okay? I gotta think about this. I actually wrote up a note. I wrote up a slate script for this one because I didn't want to just ramble. I'm trying to like get better at speaking normally and then not just being all over the place like a fucking pinball machine. I do want to mention one thing before I start going over the notes I got, is that I know Behavior calls them modes/modifiers, and I know some people maybe could say it's a modifier, so it's not supposed to be this big thing, it's just a slight modification. One, I don't give a poop, okay? I don't care. It's not fun, regardless. Alright, but pretentious me aside, they also call 2v8 a modifier, which is like, should be called a mode because it's genuinely, out of all the limited time things they have, it's the most that changes the actual core gameplay, kind of. So, for the sake of this video, I'm just, modes and modifiers I just see as one thing, and it could collectively all just be better, right? It could be better in the future, okay? So yeah, I said, you know, when you make the small changes in the mode, it just feels monotonous and boring. And like examples like that are literally Chaos Shuffle and Lights Out. Lights Out is a little better because it's like, okay, it's dark and there's no terror radius and you can't see the HUD and stuff. And that's kind of about it. Behavior didn't pay the electricity bill and they just shipped that shit as a mode, okay? After playing it for a little bit, I noticed both sides really just felt boring. Like, I don't know what other words to put it into. Killers had to deal with like a huge anti-camp radius, and then like the survivors I think get like 40 seconds, maybe even a minute of endurance off hook, which is insane. But other than that, it's just so simple. Like when I was playing Killer, like, I can see the generators and stuff. I'm not saying I didn't want to see the generators, but, like, I just patrolled like normal, right? I find someone, chase them. Like, the chase aspect of Lights Out is the same as the core mode. This might kind of hurt some people, I don't know. Like, I know, right? We all hark back to the day we started playing Dead by Daylight. I got the video clips of the first matches I played, and I was rolling around like a pissed diaper-filled toddler peeing my pants because it was so scary. After about 50 hours, being generous, brother, the game is no longer scary, okay? The game is not scary. I know a lot of people say with the Lights Out mode, it's like, oh, it's terrifying. It's jump scary, like I get jump scared. Personally, this is my personal experience. I'm not scared. It's not scary, all right? I can't hear the killer. Pretty much everybody in Lights Out gets a free hit on Survivor. It's not scary. It's just boring. And then it's just regular chase. It's like, it's just boring. And I would assume from community, you know, talk that's been going around about it, people don't enjoy it. Like why would you? It's just, I don't really find it fun on either side. And then Chaos Shuffle is like double the pointlessness. So now we're playing normal Dead by Daylight with normal gen speed, normal everything, but you just have 4 random perks. And again, I don't even have anything to really talk about that one, bro. It's survivors can easily get tunneled out, which they don't enjoy, and killers have no gen defense, which they don't enjoy. And half of the time, you don't even get use out of the perk. Like, you think about if you bring like a power struggle build, right? You got like the full fucking works on this. You got power struggle, flip flop, tenacity, unbreakable. If you run that normally, you're probably only gonna get value out of that like every 3 matches, maybe. So Chaos Shuffle is random perks once per match, and you're probably just not gonna get value out of them. That's just it. And most of the tweets and stuff I kept seeing about Chaos Shuffle was either people complaining they get no either, or praising they got gen defense. Just go play the normal mode. Like, it's not, I just feel like there's not enough good things about the mode to even solidify the fact that it should be a mode. Like, it's such a cool novelty for like 2 matches. It's like, okay, I got random perks. That's it. All right, now it's just boring. Now I just want to play the regular mode. They randomize killer add-ons in this one. So like, some killers genuinely were just unplayable, because you're telling me that I'm already about to drag my nutsack through fucking thorns playing Trapper only to get like padded jaws? Brother, I don't want to play. I do not want to play that. What the fuck? Like, no. Then there's events like the Blood Rush or whatever it's called with the generators. And again, this ties back into why I think core Dead by Daylight is too simple, because the main goal really in the match is to win on your respective role. So side objectives in a game like this need to actually have a really good effect to want you to go do them, or nobody's gonna want to go do them. And in turn, because the game is so simple, if the side objectives are so powerful, it ruins the fun for the other side. Again, the Black Banquet table. You had this side objective where you go put stuff on the table, boom, you heal the entire team. Behavior, you are smoking the utmost pure crack I have ever seen. Ever. I don't even know if I could say that. And it ruined it for killers, bro. You get all your pressure eliminated because they did a side objective. And stuff like the blood generators, you see it in the base game with the totems and chests. Good people don't even interact with it because it's genuinely such a time sink. It's actually worse to do that. And I get that's kind of like Scroogey. Like I'm being like Ebenezer saying that, like, why ever have any fun? Like fucking just play optimally. But after you play these modes for, you know, a handful of games, you realize it's just kind of, it's an inhibitor. Like you're just playing the normal game, but you're slightly tapped in an area, and it depends on what role you're playing. So if the core gameplay is too simple, we obviously can't change it. What can we do? Like, could behavior do to make modes feel more limited time-esque, like actually worth it? First off, there's a content creator that I watch sometimes. I think his name is General. I'll put it up on the screen here. He does like a bunch of modded Dead by Daylight videos, and dude, they're fucking hilarious, all right? Like, genuinely, behavior could track a baseline here, right? You could gather a pulse from these videos and then slightly tone it, right? You can make some sort of Frankenstein with this. Because the videos he does where, you know, he'll implement, like, actual crazy features, like jumping, or, like, the perks are, like, 4 times the potency for both sides. It's so unbalanced, right? That it's fun. Like, in my opinion, I think it would be more fun because to me, these limited time modes should be something that completely shakes up the core aspect of the game. It completely shakes up how a normal match would go. When you start balancing things, now it's just not as fun. Like, you just gotta let it out. You just gotta frolic around like a fucking peacock. I don't even know what I'm trying to say. Like, you can be more open, right? You could be more interesting and fun, and that would work out more. I wrote down some ideas of stuff for the modes. Here, I got my own little. Did a little bit of thinking with this cranium up inside my dome, and I think I got some cool things. So first off, yeah, a mode kind of like the general videos where we just give like crazy movement or something, or like double the perk strength. That would shake up the mode, because then, you know, people would be running around with like double speed life and pain res doubled and perks like nowhere to hide double. Like it would just be like chaos, right? Because it would be a lot more noticeable on the game, and then chases and stuff would be changed, like double coup de grace. You would notice that is a big noticeable thing. It would be fun to hit. I'm sure if we doubled some add-ons. Trapper bag, he starts with like 6 traps, I don't know, or 20 traps for the one where he starts with everything. You know what I mean? Like, just, it could be like a double mode, right? Like I don't even know what they call it. And the best thing with these modes too, I want to say, is that they could be used to test future things into the core game. So another mode is like a hide and seek mode, which I don't know how we have not got. Have a mode where you load in, right? No gens, bro. It's last man standing, or like there's a time limit and you gotta hide. And give the killer some new abilities, give the survivors something, I don't know, it could be like hide and seek tag, right? So the killer has to like hit you once and you're out or something. And you know what, they could test an ability to go prone in this, right? Like, so you could like duck down, they could add like cubbies to hide in, it could be like its own map, and they could test like an ability like that to go prone. Especially like with the thing I mentioned before, with like the movement, or we double the perks, or we have a game mode that adds jumping, or like something more core to the game, like a feature we could test. I think that would be sick. This is another one I thought of, and I actually thought it was pretty cool. Again, I don't know how these could also probably be shitty in actual testing, but I just tried to think of like things that would change the literal game mode. And I thought of a chain together mode, okay? Dude, they already have this in Deathslinger's like kit with his chain. So just imagine like you spawn in and like, I don't know, maybe 2 sets of the survivors are chained together, or maybe all 4 of them are, and you guys kind of gotta like move as a unit and you like stretch apart kind of. I think that would be funny. Like that could have some sort of, you know, use for the survivors. I don't know what killers would get in this mode. Like, yeah, I'm not really sure, but you know, again, it would be funny. Like you're being chained together, so it would prevent you from, you kind of have to move as a unit. You'd have to move together. That mode would probably also be really killer sided, because like if you're playing with someone and they're not on comms, they're just gonna sit there like a fucking rock and get you killed. But it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Maybe it would be fun. Who knows? The zombies mode they announced at the 10-year anniversary stream. That's good. Like that seems like it's good. That if that launches like how I think it would launch, it will be the most innovative mode the game has ever seen. Because I know creators like Scott John has said before too, like that he wants to see modes that change the objective, which I want to see as well. And the zombie mode seems like it will be. Like I can't remember if they said that at the stream, but I think it's not supposed to be like gens. Like I just think you just have to survive or cure zombies or something. So it's like, you know, it's a different objective. And I'd like to see different things like that. Like I said, with the hide and seek mode, right? Maybe the objective could literally, you know, just be survive, right? And they got the, you know, and in their defense too, with the zombie mode, they announced like the 1v1 mode. That's cool. That's cool. That's like, seems perfect. And then they announced modding support, which is great. But yeah, overall, again, another little rambly video. I scripted it, so hopefully I like kind of wrote jot notes for it, so maybe it flows a bit better than my last one. But overall, yeah, I think Dead by Daylight is too simple to innovate the way they want to with balancing it slightly, and that's why we get these boring and sluggish modes like Lights Out, Chaos Shuffle, and the anniversary events that just feel like they don't add too much, or they add too much to one side. It just, you gotta go broke or go home. With these limited time modes, we need crazy new features that test stuff out, and not just Dead by Daylight but it's dark, or Dead by Daylight but we pour blood into a fucking funnel. Power of gen. It's like, it's not cool. Give me a mode where Trapper moves at 500% movement speed and fucking, yeah, he's like a missile. I don't know. Anyway, that's all that's gonna come out of my mouth today. I mean, yeah, that's my thoughts. I don't know. What do you think?